last year when COVID hit, a lot of people were at home. And so another good thing about this is there's people that really want to leave their full-time job. There's people that leave a job or lose a job. And now they need to create something different. Last year, it was booming. Like for the people that's not in the craft space, now's the time to get in.
Look, are you a coach, a consultant, a service provider, or a course creator? Listen, you want your clients to pay you $3,000 to $10,000 for your program. You want to stop nickel and diming. You want $3,000 to $10,000 clients. Listen, I got a special gift for you, okay? This is from my friend, my buddy, and a coach of mine. He helped me make $30,000 in a week. My first time making $30,000 in a week, I had 6 5K clients, okay? He helped me. Listen, it works even if you don't have a big following. As a result, his program has accumulated $250 million in revenue for his clients. Do you want part of that? Listen, it's a personal endorsement from my boy, No Cap. I'll show you the receipts. You get free access. Go to socialproofgift.com or text PROOF to 904-447-5274. All right, let's get into the episode. Welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast, where we find dope people that did dope stuff. Today, we're not changing that, okay? We got another dope person here. You dope, man.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Man, it's so interesting. So we got Bruce here, and you do epoxy, molding, arts and crafts stuff.
Yes, all of the above.
All of the above. Well, how do you define it? What is it called?
I would say anything dealing in arts and crafts, retail, anything they really want to create or they want to customize.
Explain.
So really anything, if you think about the stuff you have on, right? Your hat, your glasses, watch bands, people take these products and they may add glitter to them, or if you want to paint it, there's different things you can do. So it's really open-ended, you know, from shoes, clothing. I got started with shoes, even down to belts. Like I've had people that say, I need a belt to match the shoes, or I need, someone called yesterday, want some shoes to match a certain color for, you know, a dance their daughter had to go to. They're willing to pay extra money because they needed a certain color specifically for that. So I'm like, okay.
So one, you built a really, really big, is it an accessory glitter company or?
So I started with glitter, but I started adding more after that because, you know, when the community comes to you and they're like, okay, I'm getting this glitter from you, but why don't you carry this? Why don't you carry that? You know, people really want everything right there in one area. So I said, okay, all right, so I can do that.
So my wife is into like making tumblers and stuff, and you brought, I'm all in her box. This joint had tape on it and everything. I just opened it, like, what you got in here? But like, this is like the glitter that you sell, right? You sell a lot of glitter.
A lot of glitter.
How much, all right, if I, you know, mind me asking, how much money do you make selling glitter? Like, how much glitter is that?
I make good money doing it. Especially during the last year when COVID hit, a lot of people were at home. And so another good thing about this is there's people that really want to leave their full-time job. There's people that leave a job or lose a job. And now they need to create something different. Last year, it was booming. Like for the people that's not in the craft space, now's the time to get in.
All right, so how much you make last year?
1 month, I made $153,000.
$153,000. And that was selling the glitter.
Selling the glitter and the other supplies, yeah.
Because, okay, so the glitters, hold on, we got the molds here. And heck is this? All right, so actually we were in the house. We were making, stuff, right? So we were making keychains. Actually, I think do I still got it on my keychain? Where's my keys? You see a circular joint? Yeah, no, it's in there. It's on the, don't worry about it. It's on the lockbox for the other one. But I made a keychain with my logo on it. So you just had to make the mold.
Right.
And we like poured the glitter in the little joint. So this is, what is it?
So that's going to be a cutting board.
A cutting board?
A cutting board, yeah.
So did my wife ask for this? Or you just?
Yeah, she asked for that.
She wants to make custom cutting boards?
So she'll make custom cutting boards. So depending on the epoxy she uses to mix it and make it right, some after curing will be food safe. So she can make that with whatever kind of glitter, whatever kind of alcohol ink to color it or whatever she wants to do like that. And from there, anybody that see it can get it custom just for them.
So you make a cutting board, and if I'm going to put gold glitter, this will be a gold. I mix the epoxy with the glitter,
right,
and then pour it on here.
Right.
Let it dry, and then you lift it up.
Yep, that's it. So you can she might want to put her last name on there. She might want to put a family recipe. some different measurements.
Ooh, a family recipe on the cutting board.
Yep. So let's say, and to me,
for the holidays, golly.
Right. So somebody could take something like this and mark it just right there and say, you know what? If y'all know anybody that have lost relatives you may miss, or someone who just passed away, especially during right now, I want a way to remember them. Oh, okay. I know she's got this recipe. You could put a picture of a loved one right there with whatever. You know what I mean?
How would you put a picture on there though?
So there's something called water slide. You can do water slide. There's people that do actual pictures.
You saw all this stuff?
Yeah. There's different ways to do that.
Dang, bring the mic up a little closer. Yeah, you just bring it back up. So, dang, that's crazy.
Right.
All right, so, and what was ill is, and this is why I got you on here, is because last year, maybe it was this year. Last year, we brought the girls up there.
Last year. Yeah, last year.
Last year, we brought my daughter, she was like 10 at the time, and a bunch of her friends from church, like a bunch of little girls went up there and made stuff. Like he just showed them like, yo, you mix this with that, you pick whatever color you want. And what did they make? They made some
little pop sockets.
The pop sockets.
Yeah. And that's still big. That's still a thing. So now I have pop sockets that open up with mirrors on them.
What?
Right. So that same thing they made there, put whatever design you want on the back, some rhinestones, glitter, whatever you want to do. And they still could have the back of their phone and flip it open. They want to check their stuff out, whatever, you know.
A pop socket with a mirror. So you open a mirror and you can see yourself. Right. But you can adorn it with whatever you want.
Right. However you want to do. What team colors, favorite colors, school colors. You see what I mean? You want to make some orange and black ones because it's Halloween. You want to make some red and green ones because Christmas is coming up. So the people do this and start their own little small craft business. It can really blow up big. Really depending on how much you put yourself out there and, you know, the people you're talking to.
And, my wife, so my daughter, she was really into it, but you know, she used to be all over the place. She's really now into like horseback riding, and we just support whatever she wants to do. Yeah. But now my wife is really big into the tumblers.
Yeah.
Here's my problem though, because to make a tumbler, it takes a little time, bro.
It does. It does.
And I'm in my head, she's gonna do it because she likes to do it, but I'm thinking in a business perspective. If it takes that long to make a tumbler, how do you make money?
So,
do you know somebody that's making a lot of money making tumblers?
Yeah, there's a lot of people out here killing it. It's just depending on who your audience is or who's buying from you. Because that one tumbler does take a lot. But let's say she's working with a school who said, "Hey, we need 25 of these tumblers. Only thing that's gonna be different is the teacher names." You know, now you're sitting there with a big cup turner where you can do maybe 5, 10 at a time. And so now you're doing whatever you're doing to one tumbler, you're just duplicating it, kind of like a little factory process. You know, let's put this glitter on all of them. Let's put this adhesive on all of them. Let's put this epoxy on all of them. Now, when you do that, they're all just sitting there turning. You kind of kick back, wait for them to be finished.
So that was my challenge because she's got the one that turns. So I'm like, yo, you got to spend time. So what's the process of tumblers? Tell me the process. Like, walk me step by step of doing one tumbler.
So if you were doing one tumbler, just a basic tumbler.
You get the little tumbler turner.
Right. Let's say you got a tumbler turner.
Yeah.
And the reason you need that is so it can spin. And the epoxy you put on at the end, you want it to self-level out. Right?
No. Okay, hold on. No, I think we're skipping steps.
Okay. All right.
Like start to finish. Give me the cup. And I think you got to sand it or something.
Right. So a lot of people sand it. And here's the thing. You don't really have to sand it if you put the epoxy under well, right? Because the sanding comes from prepping the surface, right? And I always say use some alcohol or denatured alcohol or something to clean it. Make sure it's cleaned well. But by the time you put everything on it and put that epoxy on it, it's really sealed. Unless you have somebody going right to the edge, trying their best to pick at it like that, you know? So that's where that sanding comes from.
She's just doing the most.
I mean, it's a good habit. It's a good habit to have. I'm just saying it's not like it's really needed. Unless somebody's really going in there trying to tear it up themselves. And at that point, it's kind of like, come on now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But let's say we clean it off, we sand it or anything like that. Then we may, depending on the color that we want to make it, and depending on the glitter we're going to use, we want to put a base coat of paint on there, right?
Paint or epoxy?
Paint.
Okay.
Right, because if you're doing a white cup, you may want to spray paint it white first, or use some paint to paint it on there white first.
Oh, I see.
Before you put that white glitter on.
Got it.
Then we want to use some adhesive, some kind of glue, some kind of adhesive, I sell that also.
Hold on, we paint, then use adhesive.
Right, paint, let the paint dry. So now we got this white cup we're looking at. Now we're going to use the adhesive and we're going to put the adhesive on there as even as possible.
And that's where we're putting it on the little turner. You paint it, let it turn, let it dry.
Well, the painting, it can be just, sticking on something. You know, some people just like spray paint it outside. And then when it dries, then you want to come back and paint the adhesive on there with a paintbrush and then sprinkle the glitter on. Now the glitter is on there. You want to kind of tap it to let the excess kind of fall off. That's how you stretch your glitter. You know, when you talk about prices, it's like this 1 2-ounce thing of glitter, if you really got skills, you can stretch that really far away. You know what I mean? When the numbers matter. So get that excess off, and now what's there, you see glittered, give it time to kind of dry. And some people want to go over and do another coat, or you may not have to. But after that, that's where we're going to put our first layer of epoxy in.
Got it.
That epoxy goes on there, and when it cures, that's what's sealing that in. So now, depending on your design, if she wanted to put Shan's on there, you know, let's say we put David or we put Shan's, then she would go on there with a decal. So I know she's got a cricket or the silhouette, right?
Yeah, so we got the cricket and it'll cut out
so that cuts out whatever designs or whatever decal she needs. She would put that on there and then put another layer of epoxy over it to seal that. And as long as that comes out smooth, she really would be finished after that.
How long is that process?
There's epoxies now that are fast curing. So you can really get a fast curing epoxy that's done in about 2 hours.
Gotcha.
So you can just spend a day fully doing that cup, and then the next day is ready to go. It's ready to ship out.
So this is what I saw. I saw her spending this day doing a cup. And I'm like, you sell the cup. How many people sell tumblers for?
Some people sell them as low as 35. I was selling mine for 60.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, I've seen them sell for more. It depends on what you're doing to it, how unique it is, and what the people are willing to pay.
Dang, I don't know why I was thinking $20, $25.
Right.
You buy tumblers, Jen? How much you spent for it? Have you done a custom tumbler? Oh, you got to go to the mic, Jen. Have you bought a custom tumbler before, or you just get regular tumblers?
No, I just get regular tumblers, but
how much you spend for those?
I would pay $60 to get a custom tumbler.
How much?
No one has it.
How much you spend for a regular tumbler?
I've spent as much as $35
for a regular tumbler.
For a regular tumbler.
Yes. Yeah, depending on the size. I mean, you can find them as low as $5 or $6 at Walmart, dollar store, or if you go get a Yeti tumbler, you start getting into the name brands. Now they're like, hey, ours is the coldest. We're gonna keep your drink the coldest or the hottest, and now you're gonna be paying.
Oh, but you can customize a Yeti tumbler though.
We can customize any of them, but you're not really caring about that Yeti name by the time you customize it and put your stuff on it.
Right, but the Yeti serves a purpose in terms of like the functionality of the cup. Just the
name brand. I mean, the other ones will be just as good.
Oh, so Yeti isn't a proprietary.
Right, it's like having some Nikes or some Reeboks or Puma. They all still shoes. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But the Yeti is going to be that top name brand tumbler. So there's some people who's like, hey, I'll give you my Yeti cup to use. Oh, okay. If you want to buy that cup, because the cup I'm using may cost $6. But if you feel like David Chance needs this Yeti cup, okay, well, we can do the Yeti cup.
All right, get me into these numbers, okay? So you find your tumblers for what, $6?
Yeah, if you order them overseas and if you get them in bulk, you can get them as low as $6.
Get them as low as $6.
I mean, I was getting them as low as $3.50 overseas, but then you got to think about the shipping
and all
and
that.
the time.
So let's just say for round numbers, $5 for a tumbler.
Okay, let's say $5.
And you're going to spend how much on material if you had to break it down into one cup?
$1.50 to $2.
You know what you're doing. That was a quick answer. Golly. All right, so let's say $2 in material, $7 you got into it, and then you got a whole day. And this is what messed me up because she has the one little spinner, but I can get her a 5-tumbler spinner thing.
5-cup turner.
5-cup turner.
Yep.
And then if you're selling them for, let's say, $50, you'd spend $60? Let's say we spend $50 on, we sell them for $50 minus the $7, that's $43. And if she did 5 of them, that's $215 for a day making 5 cups.
Right. For something that might be fun to her, or some people it's therapeutic.
Yo, and that's what, bro, yesterday we was coming home from church. She was like, yo, I just need to make a tumbler. Can you watch the baby? I'm like,
yeah, see?
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
I be thinking business terms, but she's thinking
Right.
therapeutic. Like she'll turn on music and she'll just be customizing her tumbler.
Yeah.
And like she comes back happier. So that's why I'm thinking productivity. Like, yo, you need the 20 cup tumbler.
And
So does sugar fit.
Right. Now, see, so I kind of think like that also, but once it becomes real hardcore business where it's all about the numbers, she may lose all that fun.
She might lose
Right.
the fun.
By the time she gets a 10 cup turner and she's got people like, you don't my tumbler yet? Did you ship it out? Well, you shipped it and it's not here yet. What's going on? Then it's like, oh my gosh, because that's when the stress comes. But that's that trade-off.
If you just make 5 cups a day and you're making $215 or so, I mean, it's relaxing. It's just a little 5. I'm not taking many orders.
That's just 5 on the turners turning. She could be doing however many that she's still prepping, getting ready for that next day.
Oh, so the time of these days, the time is like, it might take 2 hours doing them.
Right.
The time is just, you just let it sit overnight.
You just let it do its thing and you can just still do whatever else. Or like the keychain you had, or the little NFC tags, she can have some molds, and what people do is they'll mix their epoxy up, and when they're prepping their cup, if they have some left over, they'll go ahead and pour a little mold or something real quick. Now that's something you have an item that's ready to sell.
Or, you know what I was thinking? Oh, Joe, what we can do is because you can do a big board of like a mold like this.
Yep.
So actually, we did a tic-tac-toe board, and that joint was hard. Yeah. So it was the mold for the board, the tic-tac-toe board, and then the mold for the circles and the X's. And it looks like glass. It's crazy. That joint's hard. But let's say you had say we're going to do like our own coin or something like that. You can make your own coins, and I could put the mold of my face on that joint.
Yeah. I mean, because there's chess modes, checker modes, there's all kind of modes.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's endless. You could do it and make it say, you can say, hey, you can say these are sleepers for suckers. Social proof. You know, you can make your own brand and push it like that. Or you can say, okay, deal directly with people that want the custom stuff.
I'm about to forget them tumblers. You work for the family company. You need to go make some stuff for us. Because, yo, look at all these colors, though. Like, there's so many.
It's crazy.
Yo, he literally has, how many is in here?
There's about 20 in there now.
Like 20 different, like, glitters.
But I have 650 on the website. Right. Now, we started with like 10, but it got up there.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. And I still take custom orders where if you said I needed to match this shirt, okay, you know, we can make it match that shirt. Because there may not be an orange directly that matches that.
And so here's what's crazy. This is why I'm getting your course for my daughter, because we had so much time. Well, this is before you even had the course. We had so much fun. It was me, my wife, and Corey, and we were just in the garage making stuff with our own colors and custom. You know, Corey, she's real artistic. She's 11 years old. She's just into arts and stuff.
Right.
And it was just so dope to do it. And we're just kind of talking and chopping it up. And then the next day it's dried and you get to see what you made.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, them keychains was clutch because I want to make some keychains too. What's the process of getting the molds? The process of getting the custom molds so you can make whatever you want.
So the process of getting the custom molds, you just have to find somebody that can create it, right?
Yeah.
So if you said I need a custom mold that looks like this, I had to get that shape designed and I'd have to cut it out on my laser cutter, right? Mm-hmm. So if you wanted a D that was this big that you just wanted to have behind you, I'd have to say, okay, I need the actual dimensions and how thick do you want it? You know, that's our limitations. Depending on the laser cutter I'm using, then I'd say, okay, I need that designed in the SVG format because that's the format I have to send to my laser cutter. Mm-hmm. And from there, I could cut it out and then I can create the mold from that process.
I know what you're thinking. How the heck do you make money from a podcast? Is David just doing this podcast because he likes it, or there's a heavily monetized strategy attached to it? Well, it's both. I really love talking and interviewing people and getting free game from really successful people. But also, this is a 7-figure podcast. I'm telling you right now, there's so much money in podcasting, and we're early in the space. I really feel like it's 2009, and I'm telling you to buy Bitcoin. I'm right now telling you to start podcasting because in 5-10 years, it's skyrocketing. Those are the names that are going to be the ones who have the voices in our world, the ones that start a podcast right now, okay? So I put together everything I know about podcasting in an easily digestible program, okay? So go to podcastersblueprint.com, and you know I got to give y'all some love, okay? Enter code SOCIALPROOF. I'm taking 20% off so you can get your voice heard, all right? So this podcast that you're loving and enjoying, there's other people that's going to love and enjoy yours too, okay? Podcastersblueprint.com. Let's get back to the episode.
See, that's part of what the course is talking about.
Yeah.
And see, all of these pieces come together to make this one big custom shop, but you can take any one piece and make all kinds of money off of it. Just that one thing.
That's wild. And I actually came to Bruce and I was like, yo, we need to like shoot this joint.
Yeah.
Like I pushed, I say, yo, bro, this is so impactful. Because my daughter loved it, my wife loved it. I was like, yo, I'll pay for the videographer. Even though I didn't know you was making what you make. You could have paid for your own. But I was just so like thankful because they were like, it was like a dope little bonding thing. Like all the girls came up to the shop. You kind of showed them how to do it, and they all actually made their own stuff, which I thought was fly.
And all the time that they're at home and they're always just sitting on the phone, they could be doing something.
Yeah.
Whether somebody said, this is your punishment.
Yeah.
You know, get off the phone. No phone, no TV. And they're like, well, I'm just going to go craft. So my thing is, I hope that the kids see it and realize one day if I need to work for myself or I need to generate some money, I can do this. I don't have to actually go out and just find a job or whatever. I can create it at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
No matter what it is.
And he came bearing gifts. He brought these. Can you see it, Joe? He brought me some Forces. Black,
yep.
You see it? Is it on the screen? Okay, cool. Yeah, so the black glitter. You made this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the process of making these shoes? And can anybody make shoes? Or this is a special process?
Yeah, anybody can make shoes.
This isn't in the course, though.
No, it's not in the course.
But you could show somebody how to do it?
Yeah.
How do you do it? How would you do this? You get the shoe, then what?
So you get the shoe and you have to prep the shoe. So one thing about the material, so it's all about the material the shoe is made out of. So this Air Force One is leather. So leather has a thin coat on top of it that it comes from the factory. And that's what gives it the shine or the matte look. So you have to strip that layer off.
How?
Acetone. Use some acetone.
So you just take a rag and wipe it on there?
Yeah, a little rag,
okay.
Little cotton balls or anything like that. Yeah. Just wipe it off to clean it off. Then depending on what part you want glittered, you tape off the other parts. So it's kind of like if you're taping a house, you know, you tape the baseboards and around the doors and stuff before you start taping. Same process with the shoe. That's just like a little house. Except now you're going to paint on top of that or use the adhesive and the glitter. So with that, I used the adhesive and the glitter. I did one coat, knocked the excess off so we can recycle that glitter, right?
Yeah.
Then I used a hairdryer to kind of heat set it, to kind of help that adhesive grab a hold of the glitter. And I usually let it sit overnight, give it 24 hours before I go back and I do that second coat. So that's what I did. You know, I went live showing that and I said, hey, this is how you do this and all that. And I'm trying to still let people know this is a moneymaker. Holidays are coming up. There's people that want to buy custom crafts because they don't know what to get.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know what to get Jen. I know she likes purple. Can you make some purple shoes or can you make this pen or whatever? You know what I mean?
Right.
And just blow her mind away. Because she can't just go to a store and buy that.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Speaking
you can't find this custom stuff in the store.
Well, let me use mine because you got my wife on it. But so you got so how'd you do this? Because there's a little velvet bag and you put my name on it. With
right.
glitter.
So I didn't do that, but I had a friend that created that for you. But that's vinyl. That like so the Cricut. That's a white.
Oh, you just adhere
so
here.
That same HTV that you would put on a shirt. That's all that is right there.
And then did you make this pen?
No, my friend made that pen.
So somebody like a regular person that just has they do this kind of stuff.
Yep. Or they can learn how to do that. So
is it in the course? You can teach somebody how to do a pen?
We can teach them how to do that. That's not in the course.
What's in the course? Tell me what's in the course.
So in the course is how to mix and use epoxy and make different things out of the molds with that.
But once you have that skill set, you can kind of figure this out.
Yeah. Once you have that, you can go a long way with just about anything. Whether it's seeing other people do it and now you kind of understand what they're talking about and you do it yourself. It's just about what kind of additives you want to put in to change the color or glitter. So those are rhinestones. So I started selling rhinestones also.
What do you think this process is?
So they'll take that pen apart to where it's just the outside shell. and probably take some alcohol or something to clean the pen to make sure it's clean.
Mm-hmm.
Because anytime something's going to adhere to something else, you want to make sure it's clean.
For sure.
Then you just put glue on there. The same way you'd put adhesive on the cup to put glitter on. With the rhinestones, you're putting a little line of glue in your hand, placing each rhinestone by itself.
Dang, that's got to take forever.
Not really, just depending. But again, to some people, it's therapeutic.
I would just roll it. I would just like lay them all down and just roll this joint on here.
Well, with glitter, you can do that. So, if it was glitter, you can put the adhesive on the pen, just kind of...
Oh, so you can do this pen with glitter instead of the rhinestones?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm probably not going to be writing this. I know this is mine, but I'm probably not going to write with it too much because I feel like if I pull this out, people look at me crazy. Like, yo, bro, what's up with you?
Well, they might. But there's people that get these custom things and they're like, nah, I can't really do this. I had a lot of people do that with the shoes. People would pay so much money for these shoes and be like, man, I can't even wear these.
Why?
Because of how much it costs. And then it's like, I don't want to mess it up.
Right.
So I've sold a high-top Air Force One like that. I didn't do anything but put these rhinestones on it. Whole shoe was that rhinestone. Lady paid $1,000 for it.
How long did it take you?
It took me probably about 4 or 5 days. But the thing was...
How many hours total, you think?
Maybe 10. Maybe about 10 hours.
10 hours?
Yeah. But I was just taking it to work and working on it on my lunch break.
And what's ill about this, which y'all don't know, is Bruce still has a job.
Yeah.
Why do you have a job? I just don't understand that. Really.
So a couple of reasons. At first I was always thinking the insurance. You got to have insurance.
I flamed you.
Right, yeah, you flamed me. Dave was like, insurance? For as much as you make? And I was like...
You just pay for insurance, right?
But what I did, so ever since that conversation, I'm also thinking I need to get healthy enough to where I could just pay for insurance. Because if you're on medication, different stuff, I didn't know till my wife told me that they don't have to just give you insurance. No matter how much money you have, they don't, you can get turned away. Okay. So I can't just say I need insurance. They're like, wait, you on blood pressure medicine? Or you got diabetes? No, So with the
you lost some weight though.
I lost a little bit and gained some back. I found
I lost a little bit, brought some back.
Right. Well, I'm still working on it, and that's part of the reason why. Because I'm like, man, you know what? Because of this weight or because of this medication, you can be locked into the job that you may not want. Now I like the job; it's fun. It comes natural to me. I do computer support, so I've done it for probably since I was about 16, for a long time. So it's not a hard job. You know what I mean? But it still does take that time away in terms of the business and stuff like that.
That's crazy, bro. Like you're running this huge company and you still got a job. I guess it's just cool. My mindset is changing on jobs. I'm not as gung-ho to tell people to quit because some people don't really, running a company is tough. And it takes away some of the intrinsic value if your business is like, you have to make some money this month or else.
Right.
And it makes the business not as fun.
I've been through a lot of ups and downs like that, starting off. So before selling the supplies, when I was only doing custom shoes, man, I went through so many lessons. Like, I was sitting there discounting stuff just to get that sale. Before I knew better, like, don't be attached. As soon as you say how much you charge for that, and I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? I got to get this. This person's ready to spend money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, $100. And they're like, oh, 100? I don't know. And I'm like, 80? I'm trying to get this sale. All right, well, if you give me some extra time, 65. But you're going to have to give me some time. And then next thing you know, it's like, man, little things happen. And I'm sitting there working so long on these shoes. And I'm like, man, I only made $65. I didn't even tell them I need money for shipping. You know what I mean? So, just a lot of little stuff like that. But
I like what you're doing. Actually, I might just, you looking for investors?
Yeah.
All right,
there's a lot of, there's so many things that you can take this into.
I'm about to buy into Backfist, bro.
I was in the process of building an app, and the app was going to be crazy.
What was that going to do?
The app was going to let you create your own custom shoes on the app, shoes or tumblers, and let you create mock-ups. You know what I mean? A lot of people are on the Facebook groups and they're like, hey, y'all, I want to make a mock-up. Or let's say Jen's like, Bruce, I want a tumbler and I want it to look like this. I want it purple or I want it fading gold to purple, but I want Jen on there in white letters. Well, can you make the letters white with a black outline and on the back put my website, this and this? And so I can say, yeah, all day, but she still don't really know what it looks like. But if I had this app, you can sit there and design that and shoot her that text or the picture. You know what I mean? So it was going to really be able to help these people get these sales. Because a lot of times it's just so much time spent just talking, and talking, and people really don't want to pull the trigger. They really don't want to spend the money because they really have no idea what they're getting.
Yeah.
But this company got me for my money.
Gosh, so tell me how'd you get, what were you doing before this whole glitter thing?
So before the glitter, and I was doing custom shoes. And really, I would reach out to the companies to buy this glitter because I was like, hey, I really like this glitter. It's high quality.
Right.
And the owner was like, you could private label that. Well, what do you mean? What are you talking about? They're like, you could get this glitter and sell it just like we're selling. Buy it from us, break it down in small packages, sell it, and just put your own label on it. And then I kind of was like, okay, maybe. But I was an admin of a big Facebook group. And I already kind of had the trust.
What was the Facebook group doing?
They all were making tumblers, custom tumblers, right? And I
so
was
it's like a community of people that are...
The community is everything. The community is everything. Everywhere that I'm at now came because of that community. Because even then, they knew me and trusted me because I was the admin of that group.
Right.
It would have been totally different if Bruce just off the street was like, hey, y'all, I got glitter. It's the best.
Yeah, right.
And you're like, they're a little more trusting to go ahead and spend this money because I'm the admin of this group. It's a big popular group. Everybody knows me in there, sees me. And then I always took care of them on the side if they messaged me also, any kind of issues or whatever.
Sure.
So I would hear them complaining about other glitter sellers. They don't get back to you. They take too long to ship. But, all of these different issues. So I saw the problem. And I was like, well, maybe I'll go ahead and try it, So I started off with just getting a couple of colors to supply.
Yeah.
But it wasn't big like this. I would say, okay, what color you need? If you're like, well, can you give me a rose gold? And then I need red, I need the black. I would order just those.
Right.
And then I realized that's not really how you make the money as a supplier. As a supplier, you make the money by buying it in bulk and then breaking it down yourself.
For sure.
So when I started doing that, the numbers went up and increased. And then I was like, I'm making more money. I can add more colors. And, it just eventually grew, and got bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
But I never even had to advertise it. I never had to advertise.
You never advertised?
Never.
No ads or nothing?
They advertised it by itself. Because the people would go in there, they'd create something like, wow, look at this. I got this black from Bruce, Atlanta Nights. I love it. Look how sparkly it is. They're turning it into light and people are seeing it. And then they're in the comments, oh, I need that. I got to order that too. You know what I mean? But that same thing happens today if people are active on their social media. And if they put this stuff out there and take the pictures and the videos. You know what I mean?
Right. So you started getting it wholesale, repackaging it yourself. And now you just buy a whole lot of the stuff now.
Right.
And
I'm buying pounds at a time now of a color.
Pounds of glitter.
So if the black gets low, I'm ordering 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds of just that one color.
Golly.
Right.
Man. It's so ill because that tells me that there are a lot of people that are into this game, this industry.
There's a lot.
It's almost like they're a bunch of soldiers out in the war and you're just selling the bullets.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is there are a lot of people who have guns who need it. So they're obviously making money. There must be people that are actually, when we came to your spot that one day with the girls, the young lady, she came by and she bought...
Oh, yeah.
Well, she bought something because she had to make a custom order.
She needed some more glitter.
And my wife now hired her as a coach on making tumblers because she really, really loves this whole tumbler thing. And again, I'm just now realizing through this conversation that it ain't about money. So I need to stop pushing.
Sometimes. I mean, there's some people, you know what I mean?
No, but I see the bread, so I'm still going to... forget it. I'm still going to push her to make money.
Right.
But she really is... She loves it. That was the realization yesterday. She was like, just please watch the baby. I want to make a tumbler.
But even if she didn't love it, she could look at it as something to do with her daughter. Like, this is going to be something we do. Or let's say Saturday evenings, this is us. Let's get over here. We're going to make a tumbler. Or what kind do you want to make this week? Let's make sure we got the colors we need or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to do some arts and crafts, Joe? You want to make the pop sockets or the keychains?
The keychains.
Keychains?
Yeah.
You can make whatever, bro. So what he did was he got the laser cutter and he made the laser cutter with my logo. And then he just made the mold of the joint from the laser. Y'all might not follow. Anyway, he burns the logo into this thing. Then in the thing, he fills it with epoxy. And now you have the mold. You can make a trillion of them with this mold.
Really?
Yeah. So you was going to do Live and Blessed joint.
Yeah.
You could make it in the shape of little t-shirts. You can make it in circles. You could just do it's amazing.
Once you customize something even a little bit to personally tailor, tailor for that one person, like this New York Yankees hat he got on.
Mm-hmm.
How much did that hat cost?
Like $30, I think.
$30. I'd find that hat the cheapest place I could. And then I'd put stripes or glitter on the front. Blue stripe, silver stripe, blue stripe, silver stripe. I got this custom New York Yankees hat for $50.
Ooh.
He'd pay that because he knows no matter where I go, nobody else has that like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whether you're doing camouflage, polka dots, whatever you're doing, it's custom. That's the thing.
Dang.
We coming to the shop.
Gotta pull it. And it's amazing when you see it. You see, it looks like thousands of colors, bro. It's just mad different colors everywhere, like different. Yeah. It's really fun.
Do you host events?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's what I'm trying to get into next.
Yeah, we're gonna host some events.
Yeah.
Because I want to, like, you have the paint and sip. So I'm like, imagine having 12 people in there with a pair of shoes and like, okay, let's go through a process. Let's create shoes together.
There's something like that, but it's not here in Atlanta.
Where's it at?
It's in, I think it's in either DC or Chicago one where you can come in and it's like they call it a date night. You can customize like Air Force Ones, like paint and stuff.
I just met a guy that has a store where he makes custom jean jackets.
Mm-hmm.
I could work with him. Everybody make your own jean jacket. See, once you have that Cricut and make your stencils or whatever, social proof up there. Let's airbrush through that, whatever color. Go over that with our glitter, whatever.
You know what I did one day? I did, this was a couple years ago. I had everyone send me their logo, and I made a template out of the logo, and we put it on a board, and people just come able to paint their logo. And then you take it back home, and you just have your logo. But you just got to send me your logo in advance, and it wasn't a tough process. It was just everybody want to send late and the day of and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You just gotta cut it off, I guess. But we can have an event where we make something. I don't know.
Anything.
The keychain.
Tumblers. How about tumblers?
Tumblers, keychain. Well,
so we get a whole bunch of tumblers. We'll charge.
There, so you got to mix it up because men don't really care for tumblers.
But it's not about that. It's about the experience. But men, where you drink out of tumbler, Aaron, you seem like a tumbler drinker. Just play it. I was just playing, bro. You know, like you make glittery tumblers.
Well, see, he's just got the water bottle right now. So, in a little while, that water may not be as cold. So, depending on who he is or how much he's out and about traveling, somebody may be able to sell him on one. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you get your business on there and stuff. Market is advertising.
So, what can you make that's not glittery, though? Like, because somebody might not want, like, if this pen is dope, I actually like the feel of it because you can feel the little stones. It's dope.
Right.
But say I wanted a pen that I would write with, I would like carry around with me, but I don't want glitter.
Right. I mean, we can make it matte. I mean, you can airbrush it, you can paint it. It don't have to be glitter. It don't have to sparkle. Mm-hmm. You can still make it custom. A lot of the shoes, when I was doing like the custom shoes and clothing, most of that wasn't glitter. I was doing some glitter. That's just what led me into it.
You got different dyes too.
Yep. Different dyes. Paints. That's what I'm saying. Like, I used to have a lot of sports teams. People would say, can you make these Alabama shoes? Can you make these Miami Hurricanes? I still got people contacting me today for shoes that I made back in 2015.
Dang.
2016.
You know what also I see? You know how like people, they have like the little stones that are supposed to protect them from evil?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? They be putting them on. You got some at your crib? Yo, listen, y'all know I am really, really big on investing in myself. I've been investing in myself all year, and it just seems like the more I invest in myself, the more money I make. No cap. One of the best investments I've made, though, was joining Nehemiah Davis's Inner Circle Mastermind group, okay? In that group, there's so many other people who have built businesses outside of the group that when you get in this room, it's all high-level individuals. But you leave with a network. You understand in this group marketing, digital marketing. But he's doing a 5-day challenge. 5-day challenge on how to build a digital business online. Now, I paid $40,000 to be in this group, but he's doing his 5-day challenge for freaking pennies. But go to thedigitalbusinesschallenge.com. What you're going to walk away with is the whole system on how he's building an 8-figure empire online, okay? So thedigitalbusinesschallenge.com. See you in a minute. You guys up? Or they'll wear the...
He said the stones are protected.
They got the little necklaces with the stones, and it's supposed to protect them from going to hell. It's crazy. But anyway.
So see, imagine making a keychain.
But you could make rocks. You could make the little you can make the little rocks with like the little swirly stuff.
There's molds that you can make crystal stuff with.
You
right?
make crystal, that's what I meant.
You mix some epoxy in there and make whatever color they need. People, I mean, people do this for Zodiac.
Now you might get thrashed in the comments. From
Yo, people about to kill me for their little rocks. I'm sorry for calling it a rock. It's a crystal. My bad. But you can make the little crystals, custom crystals with different colors and looks and stuff.
I mean, there's people that's so hard into the Zodiacs. Oh, this says Cancer. I got to get it. You know what I mean? Just like there's people that have names that will never be spelled the correct way when you go to these different souvenir shops.
Yeah.
So these are the people that's like, oh yeah, can you spell it like this? How much it costs? I need it. You know what I mean?
That would be ill too. Like if say it was a keychain with like your what's it called? Your
Zodiac sign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you can have a whole company where you just make them all.
Yep.
And they all look different. Because the way it works is like, this is how we made it. It was like this, and it might be 15 or 12 different keychains on one. And you just pour it in there and make your own colors. And we like made like different colors. That was really funky.
Yep.
This is all right, so take me through what this is. So what's this?
Those are all different types of cutting boards. They're just different shapes.
Oh, there's a different cutting board.
Yep.
There's a different cutting board.
Yep.
Oh, the most popular one, what was it? It was the weed tray?
Oh yeah. Like the big
They're like a little half moon weed tray.
Yeah, the rolling trays and stuff.
Joe?
A weed tray? Nah. No, zero
You on the
purpose.
drugs, brother?
I mean, you know,
brother.
a little recreation every now and
And
again.
here go the comments. Weed's not a drug. I know.
Right, I know. But see, what's crazy is the people that make that rolling tray for people to roll up on, there's people that also make that same tray and call it a makeup tray to put it in the bathroom on the sink. That same mold used over and over and over and over.
You can make it any style you
Anything.
want. Gold, silver.
Bruce, can you make me a
glass.
bigger one? I need a, okay, yeah, we can make that bigger one for a small fee.
For a small fee.
But the money they can make off of it is just really depending on how much.
Oh, so you just charge for the mold, and they can make as many of that as they want.
Yep. Like I have no control what she does. Like whether she goes home and does nothing or makes 100 different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So if this was a cutting board, she could make 100 of these joints.
Kill them. There's craft fairs. People make a lot of ready to sell stuff. So it's not custom, or it may just be colors, but you can add a name. Jim may walk up to a craft fair and see a purple cutting board and was like, oh, how much is that? Oh, $30. Can I add my name? Yeah, we can add your name for another $6.
And they made it at the crib.
Yeah, it was already made, just sitting there.
Or
get the
make
information.
1,000 of them joints.
Yeah.
Dang. I hate, man.
I mean, as much as people need to create gifts or they need to, it's hard to find gifts for people.
You about to really have me go home and make some stuff. Because it is fun.
But
it is
interrupting Dre time.
I know, right? Move on. I want to make a tumbler too.
Yeah, Dave be out there.
We're going to make our own little tumblers at the crib. Yo, can I have a discount on the course?
Yeah, make one for the morning meetup.
For social proof?
Yeah, make one.
I don't know what the discount's going to be, but as long as you give us a discount on
Yeah.
the course.
I mean, I feel like now's the time to jump on it. Like, I wish this course would have been out before the pandemic hit last year. But I feel like it's about to hit again.
It's about to hit again.
People's
And,
about to be home.
and we got Black Friday coming up.
So I also do some coaching. So some of the people I'm talking to now, I'm like, you need to be getting ready for Black Friday.
Got to.
You know, if you know your numbers and you know what's most profitable for you, get ready just to blow those out the frame.
Yo, it's almost like any holiday, bro, you can prepare for. Whether it's
There's always something
Valentine's Day,
next.
you can make a bunch of stuff with hearts, Christmas,
Yep.
Thanksgiving.
Yep. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas now. It'll be right ready for New Year's Eve stuff.
New Year's Eve
Valentine's
stuff
Day.
you can make.
Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day. There's people that go hard just for St. Patrick's Day. Give me all the green and gold stuff. You can make some green pins or use green rhinestones just for them. And they're like, yeah.
Imagine building a whole career just off holidays. And you make stuff for that, and you make your money for the next few months, and then you don't do nothing else until the next one.
I mean, if you plan, that's all you have to do. Just look forward, like, okay, what's coming up next? Let me get ready for that. I mean, there's people that do it, and they're very successful with it. So it's really about just having that confidence that you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I first started doing shoes, my shoes looked crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was making them, my cousin's like, man, you about killed me. Because I was
Yeah.
painting the bottom of the Timberland boots. He's like, you got me sliding around in the house. And I'm like, oh, my bad. I
Why
didn't
would
know.
you paint the bottom, Bruce?
I saw it. I saw it somewhere
trying to
else.
make red bottom
and I thought it
Timbs?
was okay. Well, they were blue. But I was like, yes. Oh, that don't work? Oh, okay.
Louboutin.
But see, I got into coaching back then and didn't even realize it. Because I saw people that were good at it. And I'm like, man, listen, can you hit me up? What's your PayPal? What you want my PayPal for? I'm gonna throw some money away. I need you to teach me how to do this, or show me this, or show me that. I didn't really realize it was called paying for a coach, or buying a coach. I just knew I need to skip this headache. I need to skip the time it's gonna take on my own. You know what I mean? So I was like, let's do that.
This is exciting, man. This is like some stuff that's gonna be bringing families together.
Yes.
You got any questions, Joe?
So about this keychain process,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really intrigued. Yeah. So the process.
Can we make social proof keychains?
We can make social proof keychains. We can make social proof ornaments. Like I'm making ornament molds now. It's just gonna be a circle with a little loop at the top, and they can get that for. So the mold is gonna have 4 circles on it. Dre's gonna get that, and she can sit there and make some gold ones, or she gets Jen, who's like, I want purple with J's on them. She can make them purple, put some J's on them, and be selling them to people. That family may pass them down for generations, always putting them up every Christmas.
And these are epoxy with the glitter inside of it and everything.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's open-ended. Just depending, if you take care of the mold, it'll last forever. If you take care of what you're creating, it'll last forever also.
But do you have to take care of it? Does it like...
Yeah, the mold, the stuff you're using here...
Not the mold, but I'm talking about the stuff that you make with the epoxy. How durable or sturdy is it?
Depending on... If you mix your ratios right, it's going to be sturdy. It's going to be really sturdy.
The ratio, I guess that's something you teach in the course? The ratio?
Yeah, I teach the ratio, yeah. But depending on the type of epoxy, let's say mix it 1-to-1 or mix it 2 parts to 1 part or whatever like that. Mm-hmm. Depending on the formula and how it's made up. But when you mix that up and you put it in and it starts curing, that's when it's getting hard. And, man, it's there to last. It's there to last. But depending on what you're making, there may be different thicknesses. So a keychain may be a 1/4 inch thick, or an ornament. If I make an ornament a 1/4 inch thick, it's going to be too heavy. You have a branch over there hanging down on the tree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that might be 1/8 inch thick. Or I've got people contacting me like, hey, I want a cutting board. Can you make me one that's 1 inch thick? So they want it way thicker. See, people get thicker molds and they put other stuff inside of them. So I got these letter molds right now, and people get these letter molds. They're about 2 inches thick, but let's say they lost a newborn or something like that. So they're putting keepsakes from babies or weddings in there. Let's say you want to S for Shands and y'all got flowers from the wedding day, different things like that you can make that and just set up, set on the wall somewhere in the house.
Yo, can you make glasses?
I've seen glasses been made before.
It seems like there's a mold that you can make.
Those frames were probably definitely made from a mold. And then the pieces on the side, they just put some hardware on there to do that.
Let's start making stuff, Joe.
So,
you trying to make some stuff, Jen?
Jen's like, I don't have
arts and craft. Let me ask you, Jen, would you go on a date with somebody that was saying, hey, we're just gonna go to this event, we're gonna make some stuff with epoxy and all that? That'd be a nice date.
I would do that.
Yo, that would be a good business idea, to learn how to make the stuff so that you can teach other people how to make the stuff.
Yes.
Or put little events together like date nights.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something very different, It's just not regular movies or dinner. I'm going to take you over here and do this. I think that's why the little painting sets are so successful. People don't have to have any kind of skills painting or drawing. They're up there just trying to make a tree.
And it comes out to be something.
Right. It's different, and then they get to leave, take that home.
Bruce, you're the man, bro. You're bringing families together through arts and crafts.
I'm trying.
Nobody would ever think that that something fun and like bonding with your family can be a true family business.
Yeah. And there's some families out there, you see kids helping them. Like there's people getting big orders.
Bro, I know. My 11-year-old was out here getting busy, bro.
And that's why I'm working now. I'm working on a kid's craft kit. Trying to figure out what can I put in that to where a parent can say, here's your kit. You play with that. Because I get a lot of posts saying the kid done spilt my glitter everywhere. They're doing this. But the kids want to be involved. They see you with the sparkly stuff. They're like, yeah, I want to get in here too.
How much money do you need to get started?
I would invest in the course.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And there's kits on the site for the course where you can get a kit that comes with all the molds and it's going to come with epoxy.
Oh, so when they get the course, you can get a kit that like gives you everything you need to like make something tonight.
Yes, you can make it literally right there. You pause. Okay, well, let me mix this up. You know? So there's a jewelry making kit. You can make different kinds of jewelry. There's a game kit if you want to do like the checkers or chess or anything like that.
I like it, Bruce. I like it. Look, man. One, thank you for like being here. I got to do a quick commercial.
Okay.
And I'm glad you're here for the commercial because I'm going to tell people about The Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com. Themorningmeetup.com is the only organization that gathers every single day. You've been in the Morning Meetup for how long?
Probably about 9 months now.
9 months.
Probably
you enjoy it?
Months. I love it. I love it.
And he be on there. Like,
yeah, I'm there. I'm in the gym. I'm like, hold on. I'm on the phone with people. I got to go.
What have you learned from the Morning Meetup?
The biggest thing I learned I see a lot of my past mistakes from things I'm learning now is don't try to keep so many secrets.
Yeah.
You know, I could have been giving all this information away to grow my community that would have just brought more into me.
Yeah.
Funny thing, I told somebody this the other day, had them laughing. I'm like, yo, when Dave first came into the shop, first thing he did was went live. I was like, look at all this stuff. And I was looking like, no. Right? Like, I was worried. But I was like, okay, you know what? That's okay.
Wow.
Because there's people out there giving it away, and I see it now. I just didn't know a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I could have been 10, 20 times bigger. You know what I mean? But people, I was at the point to where people used to say, hey, what size glitter is that? And I'm like, man, I got to kick them out the group. You know what I mean? I'm like, they trying to take my stuff.
Yeah,
they trying to do this,
like
do that. Now it's different. You know, so it really helped with my mindset.
Okay.
So it's like having a group of friends that are all on the same path. You know, we all going the same direction with me. So I was talking to my barber about it last night. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a podcast. Come on, David, we were just watching them. Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow.
So I was talking to him about the morning meetup. He's like, I need to join that. When is it? What time? Yeah, I can watch that while walking my dog. You know, listen to it.
Oh, that's
so
dope.
I'm like,
that's
yeah.
dope. That's
so
cool.
It's very helpful.
You use your affiliate link? You know you get an affiliate for Morning Meetup.
I started the process. I need to finish it. Because I
got too much money. You don't need this little affiliate money. See?
No, I need all that. I need all that. Because I got a group of people that I'm trying to bring along with it.
Oh, for sure. That's dope, man. Listen, themorningmeetup.com, man. Make sure y'all are tapping. You get started for just $1. Yeah, and what else? Oh, so we're doing regular launch your podcast challenges. I don't know when the next one is, but go to launchyourpodcastchallenge.com. It's you can either join the challenge or you can get on the wait list for the next one. Right, Jen? Still same website? Launch Your Podcast. Okay, Launch Your Podcast Challenge. We're helping people launch their podcast. So, Bruce, thank you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, where did they get the course?
So if you go to Arts Crafts Cash.
Cash.com.
Yep, that's where the course is at.
It's dope. Really comprehensive. Do they get anything like a group or support or anything like that?
Yeah, so I do have a Facebook group created for it.
Okay.
So anybody that gets the course and joins that, you know, they put the email address in so I can confirm. Yeah, give them all the support they need.
Bet. I'm in there too. I'm in there. Can you add me to it?
Yep.
All right, cool. Add me to the group. I'm in there. Got a question for you, man. I like to make predictions on the podcast, and I want to know where you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years so that we can watch this 5 to 10 years from now and say, yo, Bruce said he did that. He said he was going to do that years ago. And look, he did it.
So 5 to 10 years, I do want to have the app created. And I want to set up a system on the app to help people get sales. So I'm basically kind of want to duplicate the Fiverr look, the Fiverr feel, right? So I would like to have a platform where if you didn't know any crafters or just saw a cool cup or wanted something created, you could go there and see there and have a whole list of these different crafters that create this stuff.
So
they have ratings, different things you can see. Oh, this person specializes in this, that. So I want to be able to just help this community get the sales and the things they're missing.
I love it.
So
there it is. Look, man. Bruce, let everybody know how to find you, and then I'm going to need you to close us out with a word of wisdom.
Okay.
All right? So let everybody know how to find you.
So you can find me online, backfistcustoms.com, like the back of your fist. Because I hear some people say, black fist? I'm like, no, it ain't black. Backfistcustoms.com.
Okay.
And that's my Instagram. Backfist Customs Glitter is my Instagram. Backfistcustoms.com is the website. And if you're looking for my Facebook group, the Facebook group is Backfist Customs Creations.
Do they have to have the course to get in that group?
No, That's just a free group. They
Just
can get
community.
in.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
But when they get in there and they see how hype it is, they'll want to get the course.
Oh,
They'll see all the creations.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Backfist Customs, Glitter Creations.
All right, cool. Give us a word of wisdom, man. Close out with something strong.
Word of wisdom. So I look at, we in 2021, so for me, social media is everything. So one thing I've learned a lot from you is content is powerful. You really need the content.
It's king.
So I like to always use the analogy. So I tell people, not showing up on that content when people may be looking for you is like you going to a store and the door's closed. You didn't know why the door's closed. You don't know their hours. You're just like, I was going to buy, you know what I mean? The people I see being the most successful are the people that's constantly going live and giving away their community. Just talking, showing this, showing that. And that right there, that activity builds the followers and builds the confidence.
I love it, man. Listen, we can't close it out no better than that. Do yourself a favor, man. Go get you some social proof. Go build something. Build it, right? Go become successful. Go become the person that you see in your head, okay? Go build something, but I need you to come back to your community and tell your community how you did it, okay? That's the only way our community grows, okay? We are out of here. Peace. What if I told you for $1, I will introduce you to hundreds of entrepreneurs every single morning this week? From all across the country, you'll be able to talk to hundreds of entrepreneurs, and I'll coach you. I'll coach you for $1 this whole week, and I'll introduce you to some of my successful friends for $1 this week. Would you take part in that? Well, go to themorningmeetup.com because that's exactly what we're doing here, okay? The only organization that gathers entrepreneurs every single day for the betterment of entrepreneurship, okay? Every single day, Monday through Friday, we gather, we're growing, we're learning. We got a book club. Have you ever seen hundreds of entrepreneurs reading the same book? Every single chapter, every single day, we're growing together, okay? You need the environment to grow in. Themorningmeetup.com, $1. I'm gonna give you all this for $1. If you wanna stay, great. It's $79 a month after that. If not, no obligation. You can leave whenever you want. All right? Themorningmeetup.com. I'll see you in the morning.